Alright people, I'm going to catch up with some post-fight videos here. Fights which happened on the weekend that I didn't manage to catch live and I've subsequently watched. So shout out to Davey Boy Essex again. He's always coming up with the goods. These fights in HD, so definitely big him up. Anyway, this particular fight was Gilberto Ramirez, who's the WBO middleweight world champion, against Jessie Hart. Ramirez wins a 12-round unanimous decision. This was actually a pretty good fight. Jessie Hart was unbeaten going in. I think he was like, what, 18-0, 17-0, something like that. Big 6'3" guy, big puncher. His first tilt at a world title. So he came in there with a lot of self-belief and a lot of ambition, but also a great deal of pressure, I think, on his shoulders for his city and whatnot. And he did appear a little nervous early on. Ramirez was the more comfortable guy. Hart was moving a lot, appeared nervous. Ramirez was able to drop Hart in the second round with a good combination. He went up top with a hook, which drew Hart's attention to blocking up top. And then Ramirez went underneath and hit him with a shot to the head, which was kind of a hook, come uppercut that dropped him. Very good combination. And funny enough, that knockdown seemed to actually settle Jessie Hart down a bit. It is kind of funny when you see fighters who are a little nervous and twitchy. Once they actually get hit, they realize, you know what, it's not actually that bad. So let me settle down and try and fight here properly. So he took a couple rounds after that to get into his groove. And then he started giving Ramirez some trouble here and there. His uppercut, which he's famous for, Jessie Hart was landing on occasion. But all throughout, I felt that Gilberto Ramirez was doing the better work. Despite the fact that Jessie Hart did come back, he did show a lot of heart. He stunned Gilberto Ramirez actually in one of the later rounds. And the commentary team, Teddy Atlas and Tim Bradley, picked up on it, that he buzzed Gilberto Ramirez. But Hart didn't go for it. I don't know whether he was maybe still a little intimidated by Ramirez, or whether it was a case of him just not recognizing the fact that he hurt him. Sometimes with young, inexperienced fighters, they don't realize when they've hurt somebody. And the outsiders can notice it, and the guy in the ring might not see it. He's not necessarily looking at the guy's legs and body and all that kind of stuff. We've got a better view a lot of the time. At least seeing the guy from a distance, we can notice the changes in his body movement and whatnot as to when he's hurt. So, I mean, sometimes it's easier for fighters to tell when the guy's hurt in the ring. But again, more experienced fighters probably would have been able to detect that Gilberto Ramirez was buzzed at that stage. But whatever the case may be, he didn't take advantage of it. And Ramirez went on to win a UD. Good fight. Good fight. Spirited contest. Both guys, brought a lot to the table. Both landed some good shots, but Ramirez was the best man in the end. So hats off to WBO super middleweight world champion Gilberto Ramirez, who he moves onwards and hopefully upwards. There is a tournament going on, as we know right now, with the super middleweights, the World Boxing Super Series, but it don't involve most of the top fighters. It don't involve James DeGale. It don't involve Gilberto Ramirez, which is a shame. How good do you guys think Ramirez is? Could he potentially be the best super middleweight out there? Would he beat everybody in the World Boxing Super Series like Callum Smith, Eubank Jr., George Groves? Would he beat James DeGale? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And do you think that Jessie Hart can come again? Remember, he's a very tall super middleweight. I mean, he's similar kind of height to Callum Smith. Very tall guy for super middleweight. 6'3". Callum Smith, I believe, is 6'4". So, very strange to have so many big super middleweights around at the same time. Guys this tall. Ramirez himself is, I believe, 6'2". So, yeah, very unusual. So, anyway, let me know how you feel about everything I've talked about in this video. It's happening, I'm out.